Look into their eyes, and you see the reflection of ourselves. The survivors. The humans.
Before the dawn of modern man, the world belonged to the giants and the bold.
Every tool created was a victory over the environment, a step toward mastery.
Vigilance was the only thing standing between life and a predator's meal. The ultimate predator of the era, perfectly evolved for the kill. Intelligence allowed them to find safety where others found only death. In this ancient world, even the most fearsome beasts are parents first.
High-calorie rewards like honey were worth the risk of a few stings.
Nature's fury is a constant presence, reminding all living things of their place. The environment is a harsh teacher, demanding resilience and cooperation. The scavengers of the Pliocene were powerful enough to challenge the greatest hunters. The mastery of fire would be the greatest leap in human history, changing everything. Light in the darkness, a tool for warmth, protection, and cooking.
The nights were long and full of danger, but also full of mystery.
The earth is speaking, a warning of the fire that sleeps within the mountain. Even the apex predators know when the world is about to change. Communication is key to survival. The group must move as one or perish alone. The dragon of the earth is waking up, hungry for the land above. Lava, the blood of the mountain, a liquid death that spares nothing.
The race is on! A desperate flight from a power they cannot comprehend.
Fear makes for strange companions. Today, there are no hunters, only survivors.
Disclaimer: this content is for reference only. 2.7 million years ago, our ancestors faced a world of constant peril.
Known as the handyman, Homo Habilis was the first to master the art of stone tool creation.
Survival required more than just tools. It demanded social cooperation and constant vigilance against predators.
Nature is a fickle master. A sudden change in weather forces our ancestors to seek immediate shelter. Stepping into the unknown, they leave the world of light for a subterranean labyrinth. Fire is their only shield. Without it, the darkness is a death sentence in these deep mazes. As the tunnel narrows, the air grows heavy and cold. They are now deep within the Earth's crust. A maze of tunnels stretches for miles. One wrong turn could lead them into the territory of a predator.
They are not the first to enter this cave, and the remains suggest that many did not leave. In this subterranean world, beauty and danger coexist in a delicate, deadly balance.
These marks are a silent warning or a map left by those who braved these depths before.
A draft from the deep signifies a connection to a larger void, or perhaps the breath of something massive.
This isn't dust, it's biological, a sign of a hunter that uses traps rather than speed.
High above in the shadows, something stirs, alerted by the heat of their bodies.
Meet the Scolopendra titanis, a nightmare of the underworld. 10 feet of venom and hunger. In an instant, the cave floor becomes a battlefield of man versus monster.
Its venom is neurotoxic, capable of paralyzing an adult human in seconds.
Fire is their only deterrent. The beast hates the heat, but its hunger is persistent. A direct hit from those pincers would be fatal. Every movement must be precise. Cooperation is the hallmark of the Homo genus. They fight as one unit. The threat has retreated into the walls, but it is far from gone. They must keep moving.
Adrenaline keeps them going, but the deeper they go, the lower their chances of escape. Everything in this environment is a lesson. They learn the weaknesses of their foes through observation.
Navigation is survival. In a maze with no light, memory is their only map.
Even in the heart of darkness, life-sustaining water can be found if one knows where to look.
Brief moments of respite are luxury. The cave never sleeps, and neither can they. To eat or to die, knowledge of flora is just as vital as the strength of the spear.
They have entered the inner sanctum. These tracks belong to something much larger than a centipede.
The grot stalker. Evolution has stripped its sight, but gifted it with hearing that can detect a heartbeat.
In this silence, one sound is a beacon for death. It doesn't need to see you to know exactly where you are.
Absolute stillness is their only hope. If they move, they move. They die.
An apex predator of the dark. It has ruled these caves for 1,000,000 years.
It uses echolocation, clicking its tongue to map the chamber in its mind.
The human mind is its greatest weapon. A plan is forming in the heat of terror.
Misdirection. The first step in a desperate escape attempt.
The bait is taken. The path to the exit is momentarily clear.
Run! The surface is near, but the maze has one final challenge.
A vertical climb. Strength and endurance will decide their fate now. It is not finished. The predator will follow its prey to the very edge of the light.
A fraction of a second is the difference between life and a cold grave.
They have survived the maze. They have survived the monsters of the dark. In these moments of triumph, the bonds of humanity are forged and strengthened. The handy man has conquered the cave. But the journey of evolution has only just begun.
The caves remain, silent witnesses to the struggles of our ancestors 2.7 million years ago.
Today, we uncover their stories, honoring the resilience of those who walked the dark mazes before us.
Their legacy lives on in us. The story of survival continues. I am your narrator. Thank you for watching.
The deep history of our planet is written in the stone and the bone.
Every step deeper is a step further from the world they know.
Water has carved these paths over millions of years, creating a secret world.
Life adapts to the total absence of light in extraordinary ways.
Every crossing is a risk, but they must press on to find a way out. The physical toll of this journey is immense on these early humans.
Hypothermia is a silent killer in the depths depths of the earth.
Without light, they are blind. Without fire, they are defenseless.
Hope flickers with the flame. They continue their search for the surface.
They are surrounded by thousands of creatures, all waiting for the night.
In the cave, every resident is a potential threat or a distraction.
Nerves are frayed. The slightest movement can cause a chain reaction.
A new trail. A different kind of hunter stalks these deeper corridors.
They have stumbled into a breeding ground. The cycle of life here is alien and cruel.
The next generation of cave monsters is almost ready to emerge. Where there are eggs,
Coming! The guardian of the nursery has sensed their presence.
the centipede returns. This time, there is no way to go around it. Standing their ground, they prepare for a fight to the death. Strategy and coordination. The weapons that will one day make humans the kings of the world. A blow is landed. The monster is mortal after all. The beast's death throes are just as dangerous as its bite. It is finished. But they have no time to celebrate. No one is left behind. This tribal bond is what ensures their future.
A world within a world. A hidden ecosystem powered by the Earth's own heat.
For a moment, the terror of the cave is replaced by pure wonder.
The spores are harmless, but they mark the path for others to follow.
The stalker has followed them into the light. It will not give up its prize.
They have entered the heart of the beast's territory, a place of death.
Trapped. The final confrontation is unavoidable. The hunter and the hunted. Two different paths of evolution meeting in the dark. Fear is a luxury they cannot afford. Now, they fight. They use the sound and heat of the fire as a psychological shield. The circle is broken. The monster finds an opening. A desperate gamble. The leader risks everything for his tribe. The struggle is primal, brutal, and raw. Together, they bring down the nightmare of the deep. Even the most fearsome predators eventually fall to the ingenuity of man. A hard-won victory in the bowels of the earth. The way out. The light they thought they might never see again.
One last effort. The world above awaits its survivors.
Back.
They have conquered the maze. They have survived the impossible.
The journey of Homo Habilis is the story of all of us. A story of resilience,
Knowledge is passed on. The next generation will be even better prepared.
Survival is not just about the individual. It's about the collective memory of the tribe. Under the same stars, our ancestors dreamt of a future they would never see. Every modern marvel we possess started with a single piece of chipped stone. They are gone, but they are never forgotten. They are us.
The adventure of life is written in the earth. Their story is our story. Farewell.
Geology and biology intertwined to create the ultimate survival test for our ancestors. The world 2.7 million years ago was a land of giants, both above and below the ground.
Efficiency in motion. Every leg has its purpose in the dark.
The olden toolkit was simple, yet it changed the course of history forever.
Even in the deepest dark, life finds ways to appreciate the world around it. Innovation was the key to staying alive in an environment that wanted them dead.
Using every part of the hunt, they adapted their own bodies for the subterranean cold.
They understood sound. It was their radar in a world without sun.
Art, a way to record their world and leave a mark for those who follow.
Survival meant being opportunistic. A rodent's hoard is a hunter's feast.
When light fails, touch becomes the primary sense for navigation.
One misstep is all it takes to be forgotten by history.
Disclaimer: this content is for reference only. 1.8 million years ago, the dawn of humanity faced its coldest trial.
Homo Habilis, the handyman, was forced to adapt to environments far beyond their African origins.
Walking upright was their greatest advantage, allowing them to survey the perilous horizon for food and danger.
Their mastery of stone tools gave them an edge in a world dominated by massive, savage predators.
Ahead lies the frozen river, a lethal barrier that separates them from the fertile lands to the south.
Every step is a gamble. In this prehistoric wasteland, a single fall can be a death sentence.
Communication is non-verbal, relying on gestures and guttural warnings to keep the tribe unified.
The river is alive and volatile. The shifting ice creates unpredictable and deadly hazards.
They are now trapped on a moving flow, drifting into the heart of the frozen channel.
But the ice is not the only thing moving. Something massive lurks beneath the surface.
A prehistoric walrus, 3 tons of blubber and muscle, defending its breathing hole with savage fury. To this leviathan, the humans are intruders in its hunting grounds. Outmatched in size, they rely on their collective courage and primitive weaponry. But another predator has been drawn by the commotion. An apex hunter of the north. The smell of fear and exertion travels far across the frozen waste.
It is a calculation of energy versus reward. and the reward is life itself.
Intelligent and patient, the bear waits for the perfect moment to strike.
Trapped between two titans, the Habilis tribe faces an impossible choice. The ice gives way. The tribe is divided, and their defense is shattered.
Isolation is a death sentence. He must find a way back to the group. The bear enters the fray. It is no longer a hunt, but a chaotic battle for survival. The titans clash. The walrus sees the bear as a threat to its territory. Innovation, born of necessity. They use their tools to escape the collision course. The bear makes its move. The battle of the titans is about to begin. A devastating blow. The walrus's power is unmatched in a head-on collision.
But the bear is faster, using its agility to find the walrus's weak points.
A leap of faith. In the chaos, the tribe manages to reunite. The ice cannot sustain them. The battle continues in the freezing depths. Nature's fury is a spectacle they can only witness with humble reverence. By chance and quick thinking, they have reached the other side. Survival is not just about the individual. It is about the bond of the group. The apex predator lives to hunt another day. The balance is restored.
Tomorrow will bring new challenges, but for today, the handyman has conquered the ice.
The legacy of Homo Habilis is one of resilience, a testament to the enduring spirit of our ancient ancestors.
Before the rise of modern civilization, the world was a frozen, unforgiving frontier.
Warmth was a luxury, and community was the only shield against the bitter cold. Preparation was the difference between life and death in the coming winter months. Every sunrise was a victory, a new chance to search for the resources needed to survive. They traveled miles across the tundra, following the ancient migration paths of the megafauna.
Scavenging for any source of calories was a full-time occupation for every member of the tribe.
Silence was their best defense against the sharp ears of the Arctic predators. A potential feast, but one that always attracts the most dangerous scavengers. They must work quickly, before the scent of decay brings trouble they cannot handle.
Their tools allow them to access food sources that other animals simply cannot.
They are not alone. The landlord of this frozen valley has arrived. A giant of the Pleistocene, the polar bear claims this kill as its own. Discretion is the better part of valor. They cannot win a direct fight with this giant.
A warning. The bear is testing their resolve, waiting for a sign of weakness.
The river is their only escape route, but it is just as dangerous as the bear.
The ice is thin here, weakened by the shifting currents beneath.
Timing is everything. They must leave before the predator reaches the water's edge.
For now, the river serves as a moat, protecting them from the bear's claws. But they have traded one predator for another. This river is walrus territory.
a 3-ton sentinel of the deep. It views the floating ice as its own resting spot.
Chaos erupts as the beast's weight threatens to capsize their only refuge.
They must defend their platform or perish in the freezing current.
An intelligent attack from below. The walrus is trying to shatter the ice.
The tribe is fractured. Divided, they are far more vulnerable to the elements.
The social bond is their strength, and its loss is their greatest fear.
The bear is patient. It knows the river will eventually bring its prey within reach.
Extraordinary physical ability was a requirement for survival in the Pleistocene. The walrus has become a living barricade, a mountain of flesh in the
predator takes its chance. A direct assault on the giant of the river.
A battle of titans. The bear's strength against the walrus's sheer mass.
The walrus uses its best defense, the water itself, to drown its attacker.
They recognize the opportunity. In the world of giants, the small must be clever.
Reunited, their chances of surviving the river increase exponentially.
The depths swallow the conflict. Only the river remains.
Against all odds.
Fire is life. Without it, the night's cold would be as deadly as the predators they just escaped.
In the glow of the hearth, they share the bond that has kept their species alive for millennia. The river is now a memory, a hurdle cleared in the long journey of human evolution. The cycle of life continues. Every creature takes what it needs to see another dawn. Spring arrives early on the southern slopes, offering a bounty of new resources. Knowledge of the land is passed down through generations, a library of survival skills. Clean water and abundant food, a reward for their perilous crossing. A land of plenty, where the struggle for survival is slightly less frantic. A new home. A sanctuary where the tribe can grow and thrive. The first steps toward leaving a mark on history. A sign that they were here.
Their journey was defined by conflict, but their success was defined by resilience.
In their eyes, we see the spark of curiosity that would one day lead to the stars.
The world was huge, and they were small, but their spirit was unbreakable.
Time passes, but the legacy of the handyman lives on in every one of us.
This was the dawn of humanity. This was life 1.8 million years ago.
Each tool was designed for a specific task, from butchering meat to scraping hides.